In this video, we're going to use the greatest common factor and zero product property to solve quadratic equations. When you're solving quadratic equations like this, you want to first make sure everything's in standard form, so everything's on one side of the equal sign, you have a zero on the other side. Factor out the greatest common factor, and then set each product equal to 0. So in this first problem, between n squared and 2n, the greatest common factor is n, and then I have n plus 2 left in the parentheses. N times n gives me n squared, n times 2 gives me 2n. From there, I want to know what will make either one of these products equal 0. That way I get a true solution. So my first one, n equals 0, I don't need to simplify. That's one of the solutions. The second product, n plus 2, set it equal to 0. Subtract 2 from both sides, n equals -2 is the other solution. And if you were to go back through and plug it in, you'll see both of them will work. So 0 squared plus 2 times 0, 0 plus 0 equals 0. The second one with the -2, -2 squared plus 2 times -2 equals 0. -2 squared is 4, plus 2 times -2. 2 times -2 is -4. 4 minus 4 equals 0. So we know both the solutions work. Okay, so trying the next one, number 2. 15x equals 6x squared. Right now it looks like you could solve it, but we want everything to be in standard form for these problems in order to use the zero product property. So in this case, we need to subtract 6x squared from both sides. You have -6x squared plus 15x equals 0. So now we can factor out the GCF and use the zero product property. Between 6 and 15, I can factor out a -3. Between x squared and x, we can factor out an x. Left inside our parentheses will be 2x minus 5. That all equals 0. So -3x times 2x gives me -6x. -3x times -5 will give me the +15x. Again, then we want to set each product equal to 0. So I'm going to set -3x equal to 0, and then 2x minus 5 equal to 0. And then I solve. In this first problem, divide both sides by -3, and x equals 0 is one of your solutions. In the second problem, add 5 to both sides. So 2x equals +5. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 5/2. So both of those are your solutions. Try one more. We have c squared equals 5c. Again, all of your numbers need to be on one side of the equal sign and set equal to 0 in order for you to use the zero product property. So we subtract 5c from both sides. c squared minus 5c equals 0. Between c squared and -5c, the greatest common factor is just c. And I'm left with c minus 5. All of that equals 0. If I were to distribute this out again, c times c is c squared, c times -5 is -5c. So from there, set each product equal to 0, c equals 0, c minus 5 equals 0. We don't need to solve anything right here. So one of your solutions is c equals 0. With this other product, add 5 to both sides, and c equals positive 5 for your other solution. Make sure when you're doing this, you check both the products, everything. You should have at least 2 answers every time.